Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So today, me and my friends would like to have a short discussion about an interesting topic, and uh, I think all of you would like to hear about this discussion. There's my friend Kalisa. Kalisa, say hi.
Hi.
And also Anis Alia. Anis, say hi to everyone. Okay. So, the topic that all of us have discussed is about discrimination on teachers in Malaysia. Discrimination that the teachers have been receiving in Malaysia, it's quite, can say that as unfair, either from schools or from the students or also from the government itself. So, what do you guys think about this?
From my opinion, I think I've actually seen this a lot in the articles or the newspaper about the mistreatments of teacher. That you say it can be from government and it can be from their students as well. So this is actually a very like normal ongoing issue in Malaysia. So what about you, Anis?
Yeah, I agree with you. And I want to say that my mom is also a teacher, and she always explains to me about her workload. And it is, sometimes she said that it is very too much for her, and she only got very little time to finish them all. So I felt very sorry for her. So
Yeah.
I think that this issue is a very great issue to be discussed in depth.
Yes.
Yes. So with that being said, that I can say all of us, the three of us, actually agree that teachers in Malaysia are are receiving discrimination, right? So
Yes.
Yes.
we would like to make a stance about this topic, and we actually have provided few evidence, supporting evidence from the articles that we have analyzed. So, who would like to start first about this?
All right, let me start first. Okay, hello, I'm Khalisa. So I'm going to review like two articles. The first one are Treat Teachers as Human Being, Not Workhorses by Hazlina Aziz. And the next article is Teachers Should Be More Professionally Respected by Song Benka. So let me restate our stance again, which we are against teachers' discrimination. And our argument is that teachers are being mistreated and discriminated at school. So from the two articles that I have pointed out before, I can give you a few examples of mistreatment of teachers at school. So the first one, like we have discussed before, teachers actually have been given massive workload at school, especially clerical and administrative duty. And they also have limited time to manage these tasks because of those workloads. And they are also burdened by overloaded curriculum that is now powered by data and internet. So this eventually have given them a constraint in meeting the students' need and interests. And next, I will give three evidences to support my arguments where I pointed out before that teachers are being mistreated at school. So my first evidence will be a claim of fact as well as a statistic evidence. So all of this workload has led teachers to opt for early retirement. And this is based on a survey done on a public school teacher, age range between 26 years old to 55 years old, both primary and secondary school. And the next evidence is from self-experience. So both writers, Hazlina Aziz and Song Benka, both of them are educators, so they can actually relate to the matter as they also used to experience mistreatment during their teaching year. And the last evidence that I can give is a personal anecdote by Song Benka. So he stated that most academics and educators, they perceive the paperwork like SPSK, FROG, BLE, Linus, APDM, and PBS as impractical and also pointless, as this is actually only increase the teachers' workload in school instead of helping them to be more practical and productive in their work. So I think that's just all from my point.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Uh, there are just a lot of workload for teachers. I mean,
Yes.
it's not even their work, but they have to do it because of the short numbers of staff, right?
Yes. Yes.
How about you, Anis? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Kalisa, and I also want to add some point to Kalisa's point with teachers only get and only have little time to finish their work. So in the article by Haslina Aziz entitled Energetic and Enthusiastic Teachers Are Needed. In the article, she mentioned that teachers need to be given more time to do their work. She also said that teachers nowadays have too much of administrative work to do, and it makes them have less time to focus on making lesson plans. And teachers are already busy with the duty as educators of the students, and on the other hand, they also had to deal with the administrative work. And he supported the claim by an example of real evidence where many teachers sent complaints to the National Union of the Teaching Profession or NUTC, saying that they were bothered with the lot of time-consuming documentation work involving the Malaysian Education Policy Standard, also known as SKPMG2. This newly implemented system has brought confusion among school authorities, as the teachers had problems in applying the system. The problem then forced the teachers to invest their time to redo their work instead of planning class activities that would raise the standard of teaching and learning. And in another article by Victoria Samuel entitled "It Takes Good Partnership to Raise Disciplined Child," she mentioned another mistreatment that is being forced on the teacher. It is teachers nowadays recommended by parents for punishing their children with their bad behavior. From the author's observation, many actions taken on students for indiscipline is met by angry parents who demand explanations and sometimes switch back to their advantage, and the school teachers have to back down. She suggested that parents should not reprimand teachers for punishing their children to discipline them as long as it is not harmful. Instead, parents and teachers should cooperate with each other so that they can shape the students into a responsible people. That's all for me.
Yeah, I think I also agree with your point about the parents are actually spoiling their kids too much, right? Uh, I
Yes.
I have heard many cases, and even in the news, that there are so many cases where the parents accuse teachers for being too strict towards their kids, when the fact is the children probably are have some problems and everything, right? So now that
Yes.
I have heard both of your arguments and also the supportive evidence that you have provided, I also would like to add from my point of view, which I also agree that there is discrimination towards teachers in Malaysia. Why I say this? Well, I have an article provided written by Wan Riza Wan Mustafa. The title is Holistic Education Evolving Roles of Teachers. In the articles, there are some example of mistreatment. Um, the first one is teachers at fault because of the expectation people have on them. I mean, it's unfair to see teachers doing everything as perfect as they could. They are also human beings. There will be mistakes. So people shouldn't like assume they should always do the best on their job if the students and everyone in the circle are not giving the right support for them to be the best, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so she made the author here made a claim of value as to justify the statement through observation, self-experience. Whereas she mentioned that every time she attended seminars, we all know that teachers always go to seminar, right? To attend seminar, and the teachers were told by the seminar host or motivator that they are not doing the best for the students, which is not, which actually is like overgeneralizing, right? It's like a hasty generalization towards teachers, right? Okay, and another one example of mistreatment is the teaching concept continuously keeps on changing. We do know that every time we change prime minister or prime minister, sorry, every time we change minister of education, the the curriculum for the education also change, right? We experience it, right? This is actually a self experience for all of us. We well, in my years I learned math and science, English, but then for the younger generation now, they have to learn it in Malay, and then it keeps on changing and changing, so the curriculum keeps on changing, which the author made a claim of fact and support it with an example that she provided. We can say that it's actually a factual evidence because she mentioned about OBE and also about the latest curriculum, whereas everything keeps on changing. So I think um, this is actually a mistreatment, example of mistreatment from the articles. So yes, I do agree that teachers are receiving discrimination in Malaysia. So do you guys like to add anything else?
Not from me.
Nah. So yeah, it's really a short discussion, guys. So yeah, we agree there is discrimination on teachers in Malaysia, and if you guys would like to know more, you can search it by yourself and also read the articles that the three of us have mentioned. And I think that's all from us, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's all.
Okay, so that's all from me, Aisa Omar, Kalisa, and Anis Alia. Till we meet again. Bye, everyone, and thank you.
Bye.